Hey, today we are going to review determinants of a matrix as well as finding the inverse of a matrix. So our first one is a 2 by 2 matrix. To find the determinant, we take the product of the main diagonal and we subtract the product of the secondary diagonal. 4 times 7 is 28, minus 88 is negative 60. That is the determinant of our 2 by 2 matrix. Let's go down to this next one because it uses the same matrix. We're going to find the inverse of that same matrix. So to find the inverse, we use that determinant, but we actually use the reciprocal of the determinant. So it's negative 1 over 60. And we multiply that as a scale factor by this matrix, except we have a couple little changes. Along the main diagonal, we need to switch those elements. And on the secondary diagonal, we change the sign. So we leave the elements right where they are, but we change their signs. So now we multiply everything by the scale factor. So we get negative 7 over 60. Negative 11. Negative times negative is positive, so it's positive 11 over 60. Negative times negative, we're going to get another positive, and it's 8 over 60. 8 over 60 simplifies to 2/15. And then negative 4 over 60, which simplifies to 1/15. And then we need to put that into matrix notation. So that is the inverse of our matrix. Then we'll go back up here and find the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix. When you have a 3 by 3 matrix, you start first with that first element in the top row, and you multiply that by a determinant from this little matrix down here. So that's 2 times 1 minus 4 times 0. Then you subtract, and from there you move on. So I'm going to go ahead and erase what I drew on that matrix. We move on to that middle column, 1 times, and then we use these outer columns for our little determinant. 5 times 1 minus 3 times 0. Then we add, so it's always positive, negative, positive. And we move on to this last column. And we use the 2 left columns for our little determinant, our 2 by 2 determinant. 5 times 4 minus 3 times 2. So it's 2 times 1 minus 4 times 0 is 2. So we have 7 times 2 minus 5 times 1 minus 3 times 0 is 5, so 1 times 5 plus 8 times 5 times 4 is 20, 3 times 2 is 6, 20 minus 6 is 14. So it's 7 times 2 minus 1 times 5 plus 8 times 14, which turns out to be 14 minus 5 plus 112, which is 121.